I actually have come to understand that my aesthetic is simply for me searching for the extraordinary in the everyday. And so this little flash fiction piece of mine is called $2.17. She plowed through the daily list. Always there were thinning clothes to mend, dust to displace. Always. Brenda no longer moved with agility, but she pushed through arthritis to arrive each night, knowing that chores were done and her small apartment was ready to face the morning. This morning presented to Brenda with a bright promise. She straightened and laid each dollar bill against the white formica and counted. She hummed as she laid the coins in their proper order: quarters, dimes, nickels, and pennies. She counted. $8.71. She placed the money back into her coin purse, carefully closing the zipper that was pulling away from one edge. Monday was the best day. Today was Monday. She climbed the bus steps deliberately. Once she had missed a step and fallen onto the sidewalk, spraining an ankle. "Careful there," Frank said. "Don't you want you falling backwards again?" He always said that. "I'm watching my feet," she said. "Going to 5th and Main?" he asked. "Yep," she said. She always went to 5th and Main. Brenda flicked the substance from her bus seat without inspection. She gazed out the window at boarded windows and falling signs. She remembered that behind each sheet of plywood was a person whose name was known without the aid of a plastic name tag that said hello. She closed her eyes against this emptiness and allowed the bus to gently rock her to sleep. "Brenda," Frank said, "wake up." She stood and smiled at the driver. "Guess I dozed off there. See you in a bit." "Careful there," Frank said as she stepped onto the sidewalk. She smiled at him and wondered when the wrinkles had carved so deeply into his face. He closed the bus doors and pulled away. The towering glass beckoned her, tickling her old bones. Was it excitement? She couldn't say, for she had ceased to consider such things. Instead, she stepped into the world of cast-offs and tax breaks that had become her playground. She began to wander through racks of sweaters and shirts, pants and skirts. She glanced at purses that had attended the theater, at dresses that had waltzed at weddings. She made her way down the center aisle to the shelves, standing between the scratched coffee tables and the mismatched dishes. For here, standing on display, were items that had been donated over the weekend, waiting to be sorted. She scanned the chip paint, the worn threads. Gently she touched the fine cracks in cast-off china. Finally her eyes came to rest upon a stuffed kitten, gray-striped and yellow-eyed. She picked it up and stroked its fur to be rewarded with a battery-induced purr. She closed her eyes and thought of Buttons, the tabby who had slept on her childhood pillow. Brenda walked to the register. "Find something new today, Miss Brenda?" Heather asked. She always asked that. "That's $2.17. Brenda pulled out her coin purse. She laid $2 bills on the counter, 2 pennies, 1 dime, 1 nickel. "I did," she had said. "It's a good day."